So whether you are looking for a new bump side or you found a bump side you would like to buy, or who knows, you already have a bump side, you just want to identify it. If you're looking just to learn about bump sides, this video is for you. We're going to go through and run through all of the different things that Ford changed, that they kept the same, the engines, all that stuff. Go ahead and stick around to the end because I'm going to tell you one thing Ford lied about in 1971 and 1972. I got two trucks to show you in person, and the rest I'm gonna do my best to describe them, and I'm gonna put some pictures up and stuff. I have my 71 F-250 Highboy and my 68 Camper Special. So Ford ran the bump side from 67 to 72, and within those years they changed it up quite a bit. All the body lines stay the same, but the interior and the soles of the trucks, they changed just a tad bit throughout the years. So starting in 1967, Ford first came out with this body style. The door handle was a lot like it was just a little handle right here you pulled up and the door opened. There was an armrest here if you got the higher trim packages. I know that the armrest wasn't stock on all the models, you know. The window crank was a little bit different. It seems like it was just one skinny piece and a little black knob right here. A skinnier little black knob. This is supposed to have a chrome knob on it, I believe. But the door handle, I'll put up a picture right now. The door panels are a little bit different, and I believe this big old bulky dash mat was not on there in 1967. And 68 became a federal mandate for the dash mat. They were saying that in a crash you could hit your head on the dash and get real hurt, so they made Ford put on these big old bulky dash mats, which they're not bad, you know. They look good, so I mean I'm not complaining too much, but I do really like that nice chrome, or that nice pretty paint of the dash underneath. So I don't know, you pick, you choose, you know. I believe the radio bezel in 67 was a little bit different. I'll throw all these pictures up right now. The radio bezel was a little bit different in 67, and I'd also, the door locks in 67 were not here. To lock the door in 67, the handle here, you would pull up and I believe would open it. In order to lock it, you would just push it down and it's locked. So in 68, they introduced these little reflectors here. Ford made it a legal issue. They had to legally put them on there in 68. They had little red ones here in the back on the bed here, and some little amber ones up here in the front. They are not actual lights, they're just reflectors in 68. And then, like I said, in the 68 model year, you'll see them you'll see them add the dash cover here. It's this big old foam mat they added on for crash safety. They didn't want nobody knocking their heads up against this, you know. Another small thing I noticed on my buddy's 67 bump side, this little button here, it's a super small detail I noticed. This button here is squared off on his 67. This one here is super round, and it's round on my 71 too. So I'm thinking that Ford, they put a little redesign in 67 from 68 with this little button here. In 67, there was, the grill's pretty much the same, except for this center piece here. The center piece was it's the same size as these ones here, run all the way through, and it's a nice, clean, uniform look. In 68, they changed the center bar here to a little bit thicker diameter to split it into two, you know. That's really all the major differences between 68 and 67 cosmetic-wise. In 67, they had a 1 year only engine, and that was the 352 FE. They also ran the 240 and the 300 inline six, which I wish this one had a 300 in it, man. I've been looking for one of those for so long. Anyway, in 67, they only had the 352, 300, and the 240. In 68, they introduced the 360 and the 390, and they kept the two inline sixes. And so in 69, the center bar on the grill here came out a little bit thicker. The headlight bezels are a little bit more squared off. You can see here the difference. 71 here to 68. You can see this one's a little bit more round. In 69, they went to this more squared, popped out, bold look, you know. In 69, they went from the reflector style to an actual set of lights. In 69, they run along the bump here, and they're sitting right here. This is not the right one. This is off an F100, and you can see it doesn't even fit. No light back there anyway. It's just there to make it look pretty and cover a hole for now. Anyway, they ran along with the bump here, and they're actual lights that come on with your running lights. And there's a better. This one's actually on this side. That's what it's supposed to look like. In 1969, all the engines that Ford ran, they kept running, except they added one more. They started running the 302 Windsor in here. They kept the 240, 300, 360, 390, and they added the 302 with it. This one's not the 302, by the way. I'm sorry. And in 70, these trucks got a major facelift. They completely changed the front grille. They ditched this old grille style, and they went to this, I think everybody calls them either the milk carton or the egg carton grill. And in 70, I'll throw up a picture right now. In 70, it was all one uniform piece inside of this little bezel right here. And so it was just like little bars running across here, you know what I mean? And Ford never added any new engines in 70. It was just the same lineup as 69. Other than the grill inserts in 71, everything else pretty much stayed the same, except for the Ford lettering font on the front grill. You can see here it's just a little bit more bigger, you know what I mean? It's this one's a little bit more blocky, stubbier. This one's a little bit more bigger, defined, longer, you know what I mean? In 72, the only major change to the Bumpside trucks was the front grille here. They kept the same carton design, except the 6-hole design, or the 6 rectangle design, is now 4. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope all the pictures that I'm putting up in the video for you guys are coming through clear. This is the first time I'm putting pictures in the videos, and they're all from Google, so I really don't know how the quality is going to be. So in 1970, the government was cracking down on EPA emissions testing, and not to mention they just made unleaded gasoline mandatory. They just mandated that. So I mean that pretty much forced Ford to do a bunch of modifications of their engines. They had to lower compression ratios to squeeze through the emissions testing, and that pretty much forced Ford to lower it forced them to drop their performance on their engines overnight, you know. And until 1970, Ford, and I'm sure pretty much every other auto industry out there, they were measuring their horsepower in gross horsepower. So that was a bare block on a stand with, it was no alternator, no water pump, no radiator, no fans, no accessories. And they were advertising that horsepower. The government made them start advertising their net horsepower. That is the vehicle, the engine in the vehicle with all the accessories attached, and that's the horsepower they had to advertise. So Ford kind of tried to get around that by putting their gross horsepower in bigger letters than their net horsepower, but I mean, you can always still see that. So if you want to know your certified net horsepower, it's going to be right here on your door tag on your bump side. It'll say certified cert net HP, and so it's at 170 horses at 4,100 RPM. Alrighty folks, there we go. So I went ahead and I named all the main identifiers to identify all these trucks. Hopefully you'll be able to walk up to a bump side now and be able to tell what year it is. And now you know Ford's biggest secret in 1970. If you want to keep staying tuned, within the next few videos we're going to go over the differences in the trim levels and the years and whatnot, and we'll go over what changed within 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. Those are all be upcoming videos. This was just a basic video of how to find out what year you got Bumpside. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and tune in to the next video. You guys have a good rest of your day. Oh, it's hot out here. Oh, it's a little hot. Gotta get a little cooled off for this nice and summer breeze. You want some more water? Gotta love the dogs. Gotta have the dogs, gotta have the trucks. It's a good day.